Hello and welcome. This video will help those of you interested in leading your own small group of family or friends during our Parish Lenten study here at IHM. So when you log into Formed, you'll see a page like this. If for some reason this is not the page you see when you log in, up here there's some navigation links. You can click on Community and that will take you to this page. During Lent, this Parish Lenten Study Group will be right here at the top, so you press Visit Group. As you can see here right now, it has Session 5 up, so I'm going to switch to Session 1. And now you'll see Session 1, Presence God with Us. To access the resources, you'll click here on the image, and you'll be taken to the page that has the video and the materials for this session. So here below the video, you'll find the leader materials. There's an introduction, if you'd like to look through that, and here's the leader guide. The leader guides and participant guides can be downloaded. They can be printed. If you want to print the participant guides for those that will be in your group, you can do that. Now here you have a little overview of the session, talking about what all is involved in it and what the objectives are. Then you get into the meat of the session. So step 1, opening prayer. The participants have this in their guide as well, so you can have them read along, or if you'd rather just read it individually, however you'd like to do that. Then there's a connect. This is kind of just to get the discussion started, to get some thinking going. The leader guide has some answers included, not that you have to read those verbatim or anything, but the participant guide you'll see will have spaces for them to write in. Digging deeper, this is an optional thing. If people want to read that on their own, you don't necessarily have to discuss this within the small group session. Then you'll be watching the video. This has an outline of the video. The participants have this as well. They can jot down notes at different parts if they want to, and also it gives you points of reference for later on when you have a discussion. Some more digging deeper. And then here in step 4, you'll find the discussion questions. Again, your leader guide has some answers there. The participants will just have blanks to write in. Now, during the discussion, you're welcome to talk about other questions, other observations people have made from the videos, but you can take as much time as you want with these questions. Then following that, we have the commit. This is meant to be kind of a take-home, a chance for people to kind of read and reflect over some of these ideas before the next time you meet. So introduce this to them and explain to them that they'll kind of do this before the next time you meet, and you can discuss it the following time. This is the second page of the commit. Then step 6, wrap up, closing prayer. And so you can review key points and then close in prayer. Again, the participants have this in their guide as well, so you can read it together. And then there's some suggestions for further reading if anyone's interested in looking further into this topic. Now the participant guides are going to look similar with just a few differences. These guides will have just the basics. There's a note page if they want to take notes on there. You have the opening prayer and introduction. There are your connect questions to get started with. They have the same digging deeper here. There's their video outline. And then when we get into the discussion questions, they have a little bit of space to write down. So I'd suggest, give them a few minutes to read the questions, think about them, write down their answers, and then you can kind of share as a group. That way for those that have a little harder time, like speaking up and thinking on the fly, they can have a little time to mull things over. Then again, tell them about the commit, how this is for self-reflection, and you can discuss the next time you meet. And then when you're ready to close, have them look at their page 17 here and do the closing prayer. And there's another note page. So this is really meant to be, an easy study to go through as a group. Follow these guides as closely or not as closely as you want. The idea is to be able to watch these videos and have discussions and hopefully grow deeper over the Lenten season here. When you play the videos, you can expand so that it's a full screen. You can adjust the audio. Anytime you want to pause within the video to kind of talk a little bit and share about what's going on, you can do that as well, however you would like to do that portion. Now I'm going to go back to the community page here. Sessions 2 and 3 run similar to session 1, but 4 and 5 are from a different series. So I'm going to click on 4 here on the Eucharist. When I click on the image, it will take me to the page for this Eucharist video. The materials look a little bit different. The main difference here, when you go to the leader guide, you're still going to have space for notes. There's a little overview for the leader, opening prayer, which is also in the participant guides. But then you have this, after the introduction, you'll watch part 1 of the video, have a little bit of time to talk and discuss what was in that, and then you'll watch part 2 of the video, which is a longer portion, and after that is when you'll have the more in-depth discussion. So again, you have your discussion questions and answers here, and then as you scroll down there, more of the discussion questions, some digging deeper. Step 8 is an optional step. This is the summary and exhortation. If you have time, do this if you want. If not, you don't have to take the time to do this. The call to conversion, this is also something that's kind of optional depending on the time you have, to spend a few minutes reflecting on these different questions within the guide, and they can jot down ideas and thoughts if they want to. And you can discuss or not, again, depending on the amount of time you have. And then you have your closing prayer and some further reading there. Participant guides, again, will be similar to the leader guides, but much shorter. So you got the introduction there, they've got their opening prayer, the discussion questions, call to conversion, and then the closing prayer there at the end. They have this too. It gives you kind of a scriptural verse if they want to reflect on this week, and then some other things that they can look at for further reference. Now in these videos, you'll have to pause in between the 2 parts, and just to show you what that looks like, I've gotten it right to the end of the first part. So it starts to fade out here to a black screen. It says part 2. You'll pause. Then you'll go ahead and do your short discussion between the 2 parts. Then when you're ready for the next part of the video, just hit play again, and it will go on to the next part of the video. Then you can continue your session as the guide shows, and then just complete that. So I hope that this has been a helpful video for you so that you can lead a small group of your own. Please contact me if you have any questions at kmurphy@ihmindy.org, and hopefully you'll have a blessed and holy Lent. God bless.